Hey Scorpio, how are you? Welcome into your soulmate twin flame reading for April 2018. This is a lot about manifesting you manifesting what you want, co-creating with the universe. As you know, law of attraction, bring in the relationship you want. So let's see what's going on for Scorpios. A general read, Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio, and Venus for April 2018. My goodness, Scorpio, what's been going on? Well, here we go. Let's see. Boy, I'm catching all this. All right, so Five of Cups. Some disappointments, or things have been not going as well as you had hoped. You might have made a mistake or something, or feel like you made a mistake. There are no mistakes. You feel like you made a mistake. And so, interesting. There's your card, Scorpio. Very interesting. Yeah, I feel like maybe there's some things that need to be talked about, okay? So, here's you, Page of Pentacles. So, you know, in this self-love place and channeling one's own truth, very clear as a bell. And being patient, waiting for what you want. Waiting for what you want. Okay? And this Five of Pentacles feels like it has happened in the past, that there have been mistakes made, and you're sort of just like clear as a bell. I'm waiting for what I deserve. I'm waiting for the happiness I deserve. I'm waiting for this Two of Cups that's sitting behind me to materialize. I'm waiting for that. Now, here is interesting. Your person, Death card, that's your card, Scorpio. So the energy, obviously, when your card shows up, it's that you're on the right path here. So this is massive transformation, which is always Scorpio's card, right? Massive transformation of a relationship into love. Okay? And it's because you have spoken your truth. You kicked a few cans over here. You've kicked a few cups over. But you're like, that's the price of doing business, right? It's a cost of doing business. So there has been some hurt feelings and some resistance and some like moving too fast and kind of clunky conversation that like landed flat and whatever. But the thing I like about your line here, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, is you're like, and I speak in my truth. I'm navigating through my truth. And if that, you know, ruffles some feathers, or if that doesn't sit well with you in some way, it might just be because of the way you communicated it. Doesn't necessarily mean that the message itself, I mean, look, the important thing to know about the Ace of Swords is, you know, I'm gonna cut you. Right? It's like strong cup of tea. And being wielded by a page doesn't know nothing about wielding the Ace of Swords. Okay? Even though that's good that you're in that self-love page, boy, this is a big sword. All right? And so this is what happens when communication is like too cutting. All right? This is what happens. Three of Swords. So you did cut this person a little bit. They did feel, I mean, let's see. There's, you know, oh, I nicked my finger, right? There's that. And then there's, I need stitches. And the, oh, I nicked my finger. That was the whole joke of that, was because clearly you need stitches, right? Boy, I'm dating myself. Seriously. If you don't know what that is, it's a very old Saturday Night Live sketch. Julia Child, look it up. Okay, so the Ace of Swords, you know, it worked. Okay, it worked. Your person is moving through this transformation, moving towards, you know, union, moving towards love, a love relationship here with you. And you're being very patient. after you let that truth fly, but it did some damage, okay? It did some damage, and even though, like, okay, I'm 100% all down with speaking your truth, but there's a way of saying things. It's sort of like, I think about, like, I want to say Steel Magnolias, but I think they were very straight and blunt with each other, but it was kind of wrapped up in, like, honey. Even though they said some horrible, nasty things to each other in that movie, they still loved each other, right? They still loved each other. It was wrapped up in honey. It was the truth, okay? What those women were saying was the truth. But because of these women, these Steel Magnolias, that's the whole point of it, is like Steel Magnolia, is like the sharp tongue of a Southern, and I'm just going to say this because it is a total stereotype of a genteel Southern lady. You know, I grew up in the North, I grew up in New England, so there's a different person like that up here. But it's this like learned, mature woman of the world, who is sort of like able to deliver the truth in a way that makes it feel like a hot cup of cocoa and a foot run, right? Like, that's where you're going to go. That's where you need to go. That's where you need to go. And you don't need to cut them so much. Okay, so, because that's not going to work all the time. It might have worked this time, but it's not going to work long term. Three of Swords here. Yeah. Woof. Oh my goodness. It was sort of like, yeah, okay, we're done here unless things change. Oh my God. And so, to their credit, I mean, this is surrender, and this is the ending of a situation. To their credit, they took it in. They didn't blow you off. They took it in because your truth was the truth, okay? And speaking that to them, you wielded your death card, your Scorpio-ness, on cutting out whatever it was, cutting away the behavior that was stalling the relationship on both sides, right? Baggage. Just, you called a spade a spade. You just like called it out. You called it out. And that made all the difference. And just so you know, like what we're talking about is like learning to communicate, because that worked. You're like, ooh, doggy, that worked. It was like you had nothing left to lose. And you did it, and you're like cool with it. And it did work. Moving forward, may I suggest, well, moving forward. Okay. So this is really interesting because it did work. All right. So if you're interested in going deeper, we're doing a extended read for this. So it did work this time. So let's see how to move forward now. All right. How do you move forward now? 3 messages from your person to you. What do they want you to know? 3 messages or 3 cards for how this plays out. We'll get some guidance from the universe, and of course we'll consult the oracle as well. So, hey, congratulations, Scorpio. Whoosh. Like, my cat just went like, ah. So you really did it, Steel Magnolia. You did it. You fixed it. Let's see how it goes. All right, click on the link for April monthlies and go on over and see the Scorpio Extended. See you over there.